Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Rusty 78609. I'm just leaving an office here in Brackettville, Texas, but I'm gonna go for a little drive here. Why? Because I ain't got nothing else to do. And what I want to talk about is, I've been in this house a month, and I know last year November when I got the place, I lived in it for about a week, and then I went back to the RV because I was RV institutionalized. Well, I still am. The house is nice. They're going to put the roof on, the new roof they say they're going to start on Thursday this week. And then there's a guy that tells me he's going to do me a little carport. But I got to tell you, man, I'm not sure I was meant to ever live in a neighborhood. And the reason is I don't go down that trail, but it's just that there's so many people in such a small space. Here's to you. I got me some green tea, but anyway, the neighborhood situation is, I don't know, man, but I think about what my options are. If you leave here, where the hell are you gonna go? And that's a damn good question. Go to Capitan, but the winters don't work out there for me, I don't think. And or some other place, live in an RV park. I don't want to do that. So Calculatus Eliminatus is what got me here. And as far as that other home that I looked at, the other one under the cover of the big metal cover thing, it's okay. It's got pluses and minuses. Everything does. And I guess what I'm getting to now is that I'm age 77, and what I'm looking for is something I guess no one can find. And that is just peace and harmony, a quiet place where you can relax, chill out, and and every day is pretty quiet and relaxing. The place I have now is close, I'll give it that, but my neighbor, they're nice people, but they own a 50-foot fifth wheel triple axle. It's 14 foot high, and that one side where they've got it parked on that lot next to me blocks all the southeast wind, okay, because that lot just happens to be on the southeast side. Well, the prevailing wind most of the year here in this area is from the southeast. So you want to sit on your patio and enjoy yourself. You ain't going to have much of a breeze, and then also, again, they're not, and everybody does their own thing. I got that. I'm clear on that. I'm doing my thing. They're doing theirs. But what he wants to do, or he tells me he's going to do, is he's going to put a storage unit on the back of that lot, which would basically be next to my bedroom, because the lots are only 40 feet wide. And but anyway, I don't know, things happen, right, guys? Things just happen, and you got to deal with them the best you can as it's coming at you. Boy, it's like shit hit the fan, But anyway, that's going to be down the road. But he's got somebody he's going to let live there and so forth, and as that, again, that's really none of my business. Well, yeah, I guess you'd say it isn't, and that's the way that is. So I was sitting there yesterday evening. In fact, I was sitting on the patio having a beer, thinking about, if they do that, put up a privacy fence. Well, it becomes, then the place becomes the money pit. You know what I mean? All I'm doing is just reacting to stuff, like repairing the house, getting the roof fixed, and, getting a carport, those are, okay, I can do that. But as far as putting up a 6-foot wooden privacy fence to block the any future noise or whatever, I don't know, man, but I don't know. I guess that's the way it is in neighborhoods. You just react and go, because I haven't been in one in 40 years or whatever it's been. and this is all new to me. And why am I telling y'all this? Because I ain't got nobody else to talk to. That's why. I mean, if you don't want to listen, don't. You know. So, but I'm exploring an option here, and I'll get to that later once I get into it a little farther. But right now, am I planning on leaving here? Not really. I'm thinking about taking a trip to somewhere in the motorhome and towing the car and seeing how that all works out. It shows in the owner's manual that you set up this car for towing just like you do the Chevy Spark. It's front wheel drive. Everything's on the front wheels. And you just disconnect the negative cable once you get it on there. So that's not an issue. Of course, this car weighs almost exactly 1,000 pounds more. Is that going to make a big difference? I don't think it's going to make any difference at all, to tell you the truth, because for some reason that 6.0 liter engine in the Chevy Class C that I drive, it's going to get 10 miles a gallon about. And it depends on how heavy your foot is. If you're going 55 miles an hour, I believe you could be towing 8,000 pounds behind the thing and you'd still get 10 miles a gallon. I'm probably wrong on that, but I'll just say it anyway. So where are we headed here, guys? I don't know. Let's just take a little drive this morning and see what's going on around town here. This is Brackettville, Texas on a Monday morning. School's in session. Lopez Bakery is open. I could go in there and get me a breakfast taco, but I had one the other day. I got two of them actually, so I don't do those much. So we'll head back to the fort now, and we'll drive around there a little bit, and I'll show you. I'll drive by the pool. The springs are flowing, which is great, and there's a lot of good things going on. It's just there's a few little irons in the fire that I'd like to get out, and anyway, but that's life. It's life. I don't believe there's any person on this planet that doesn't have some issues to deal with at some point in time. There is no place to hide. There's just something I don't care how simple a life you live. I mean, you can't do much simpler than I am. And, I have issues that crop up. They're not, well, some of them are bigger than others, but by and large, they're something I can deal with. But, my health's good. I feel good. Took a good walk this morning. Got me some green tea. I just finished my dark chocolate almonds. I ain't got any left. So life is not bad at all. And, I'll tell you something else. I'll throw this in for flavor here. I've got a 2022, as you know, 2022 Chevy Bolt electric vehicle. It's a 2LT. And I've had it about, getting close to a month. And I've got 712 miles on it. I hardly drive it, really. I went to Del Rio yesterday. That was 80 miles round trip. And I charged it overnight using the 110, and we're back to 210 miles again, or whatever it is. So that's the electric car. I guess I'm gonna get to the point here, guys. Finally, it's working out fine for me. I have no buyer's remorse. I really enjoy driving it. I do the 1 foot stuff, because you use the it's called resistive braking. You just let off the pedal, you'd call the gas pedal. I just call it the power pedal, PP, and and it just slows down. It'll stop just like you're mashing the brake. But learning, there's no real learning curve to driving the car. If there's a learning curve about anything, it's learning all the new things that come with the car, not necessarily the electrical part, but it's got these things in the mirror that warn you if you're gonna turn left and there's something coming alongside you. It'll give you a warning on the right side too. You've also got a camera system that allows you to look down on the car, and how that does it I don't know. And it also has a cruise control called adaptive cruise control, And does that work? Yes, it does. I've used it a couple of times, and it's really amazing, man. You just set the distance, or I haven't set anything. Whatever distance it was set at is what it is. And no, it'll maintain that distance in traffic, slowing down, speeding up. It'll stay right in there with them. Yeah, so it's not self-driving car, but it's got some of the features, of course, that self-driving cars have. So overall, for me, the 2022 Chevy Bolt EV 2LT gets a 9. Well, that's okay. It's better than the Spark because it's more comfortable, and I think the reason it's more comfortable, of course, well, it's got bigger tires. These are 17-inch tires, I think, and it's got better insulation inside. It's also got the seats have more padding than the Spark, because the Spark was the cheapest car made, in the United States. $12,000 car. It's not that now. It was. So, so we'll cruise around here, guys, and see what we got. Again, oh, I forgot to go by the spring. Shit. Let me turn this booger around here. Let me show you how to turn around. There's no traffic behind me, no traffic anywhere. Watch this smoke. You just turn this little booger like this. And that's another thing I like about small cars. You can just whip around. Now, if I was in the motor home, the Class C, that ain't gonna happen. No, it ain't gonna happen. No, it takes a city block to turn that thing around. And that guy with that 50-foot fifth wheel, it's a triple axle something. And but you know that thing, whoo. But it's a house. I'm telling you, it's a house. Different strokes for different folks. Just cruising, guys. Just cruising. I enjoy my cruising. Why? Because it gives me a chance to talk to somebody, even though you guys are kind of out there in the cloud, so to speak. You're here. You know what I mean? And some of you that leave comments on a regular basis, I feel like I know some of you, and that's good. Very good, actually, because I don't have a hell of a lot of company. None. Well, I got 2 sons, a grandson, and 2 sisters. Shit. You know, my sisters are both in their 80s, and, it's, things change at that age, guys. That's all I got to tell you. Well, things are changing for me. I know it. Yep. In fact, I'm getting to the point, I'm aware of being careful, like walking and stuff. Isn't that something? You get old and your damn body just goes to shit. But anyway, mine's okay right now. Knock on wood, I'm fine. No medication, physically fine. I can get up and get down and all that stuff. So let's go see the pool and be sure. Somebody left a comment. They didn't really believe that the springs were flowing. Well, they are. Believe it or don't. When I got back here in August, about the 3rd week of August, whatever it was, they were completely dry. The swimming pool was completely dry. See that puddle of water off to the right and the lower right of your screen here? That's the swimming pool. Beautiful, clear, cold spring water. No kidding. Yeah, it flows right on through there. Yeah, goes out the other side. Maybe. On a hot day, on the weekends, there's people swimming in there, a lot of them. And some people come down here, some of the older folks come down here and swim for exercise. I don't think I would, because that water feels like ice. See over here, I'll show you. Maybe you'll be able to see it from up here. There's the pool. It's a big, big, big swimming pool. Isn't that pretty? What a setting. And it goes way on down here. A beautiful park right here at Fort Clark Springs, Texas, and a nice place. So how we doing here, guys? Let's continue our therapy session. Our driving therapy. I just hit a bump. I was looking at those huge oak trees and drove into a pothole as big as this car. So what else have I got on my mind? I tell you what, I don't know why, it's the way I am, and I ain't trying to change, but I'm always looking at my options, like, well, let's see, this is doing this and I feel okay, but what if I did that, and I'm thinking. I'm a thinking. Yeah, I don't want to go further south. I thought about, they got all kind of little homes and stuff down around far San Juan, Alamo, and we'll go down this alley. It's kind of an alleyway, but it's got a lot of these old buildings here are the old original fort. But anyway, the far San Juan, Alamo, McAllen area is it's a retirement area and a big snowbird community down there in the fall and winter. But no, this is far south I want to go. They got some real speed bumps here. I mean, these are real ones. So what can I tell myself? I can tell myself to slow down, be patient, and let everything happen. Que sera, sera. See right here, this wooden fence? Do I want that on one side of my property? No. No. I mean, that is a total wind block, view block, everything block. But anyway, I'm working on something. I'm working on something. We'll see where this goes. But I planted a seed this morning. It's not about moving or anything, but it's it could lead to some things. I don't even know what I'm telling you. I'm not sure where it's going to go. Yeah, this is the very back side of the fort on the, let's see, this would be the west side. In fact, the buildings off to my left here that you can't see are all part of the old original fort that people have come in and remodeled and made homes out of, and some of them are just awesome. There was a lady I was talking to this morning. I mentioned something about that fifth wheel blocking everything, the wind and everything, and she said that you won't believe it. Same thing happened to her. She said she'd been here for 20 plus years. Somebody moved in and brought one of those with them, and they park it where it blocks her view and wind and everything totally. And there's nothing you can do about it because that's just the way it is. Things happen. But that's life, guys. That's what all the people say. Riding high in April, shot down in May. That's life. Haven't seen many places for sale. There looks like there's one here, but it's a high dollar one. That's a big old house there, 2-car garage, and still building on. But I've got so many things in that house that I really enjoy. I got a good spot to sit and read in the afternoon. I got a ceiling fans, and I got a washer and dryer for the first time in who knows how long. And is that handy? Hell yeah, it is. Nobody knows. Anyway, coming on, Rushy. Wake up. So, let's head on back home here. We might make one more loop in one of these things. This is trash day. Well, this is everything day. I mean, not only do they pick up your garbage, they pick up boxes and stuff, and they also stop in the road and visit. No, this is small town America here, but small community America. I think I'm going to go through this one right here. This is Unit 14. I think that lady told me she lived in Unit 14 now. Maybe let's see what we got here. This road is really rough. You get behind these guys that work here, and you never know what they're going to do because they ain't in no hurry. But on Mondays they come around and pick up everything. I mean, they'll pick up old junk furniture and all kind of stuff, limbs, and if you like my light fixtures and stuff, they'll pick all that stuff up. And on we go, guys. There's one for sale right there. For sale house. Here's another one for sale in here. Yeah, this guy's got a fifth wheel under an aluminum cover. He wants $75,000 for everything. But if you just buy the lot, it's $40,000. Yeah, this section here is not quite as good as the one I've got, and then the nicest section I believe is unit 38. 37 is good, and then 36, and then on down. Do you need to know that? No. So life goes on, guys. Living life one day at a time. That's me. I'm fixing to go back and read me a book. What am I reading? I'm reading what? I'm reading, let me think. Oh, I'm reading some Jack London mystery stuff. Short stories. Pretty good. Pretty good. So ladies and gentlemen, and this is Rusty in his 2022 Chevy Bolt EV 2LT, cruising down the street at 33 miles an hour. So thumbs up, guys. Enjoy your life, enjoy your day, and I hope you have a good day. I mean, and it's up to you, it's up to me to make it good. So do it. Adios, amigos. Enjoy your life best you can. Stand guard at the door of your mind. Eat right. Exercise. And that's it. Bye-bye, guys. Adios.